Well, before I came into office, I had worked with some of the best and brightest people that are working to save indigenous languages. And the good news is they work at Cherokee Nation. So I already had a great talent pool, people of great passion. What really drove me to do more was listening to them. I'm not a fluent Cherokee speaker, which makes me like most Cherokee citizens. But I've always felt like if you love the language, you ought to try to save the language. And I think all Cherokees should love the language. What I learned from them wasn't just the statistic that we have less than 2,000 first language Cherokee speakers, but what it would mean to walk into a community in a generation and not hear the Cherokee language, not go into the Cherokee immersion school and hear kids singing in Cherokee, not go into a church in a traditional community and hear gospel songs in Cherokee. That was a future that I just dreaded for the Cherokee people, and I thought about my oath of office, and our oath of office is to protect and preserve not only the Constitution, but to do everything we can to preserve the language and the culture of the Cherokee people. So I took that very serious. I listened to the experts. I am not a language expert, but I listened to our experts, and they said we've got to do dramatically more in terms of putting resources into programs that work. We have programs that work, and we need to develop any more. So that was really the driving force, is these experts we have at Cherokee Nation who told me we have to act now. And I looked at the resources we had, and I saw no reason we couldn't do more. Well, I think we've made some progress. Now, making progress on the language takes some time because you're talking about expanding classes. Well, you have to have those classes to see the results. But just yesterday, I signed some internal documents that really allowed for the expansion of our Master Apprentice Language program. So I was at the graduation where 6 people graduated, and did that about a few weeks ago, and then yesterday to sign documents putting those new dollars into place, and knowing that because we took those actions in the coming year, we're going to see even more graduates. So that's good. We've got plans for the Durbin Feeling Language Center, the old casino building. We're doing a remodel. We've approved plans recently to do that. So we're taking some steps. It'll be a while till we see the fruits of our labor and the fruits of these investments, but we will see them. And I think people need to know that every day our Cherokee language experts are working on this, and now they have the resources to do even more. Well, I hope that, say, in 20 years, we're no longer in a crisis situation where we're looking at if we don't change, the language will die. I hope we're not in that situation. I hope we're in a situation where we're in a growth period. It's going to be a long time till we get there, but the investment we make today in 20 years, I think, will make that happen. So in 20 years, I hope that we have a whole range of opportunities for people not only to learn the language and become fluent. This is what I think is critical. A whole range of opportunities for people who are fluent to work in the language, to have a career in the language, to do things in the media with the language, to do things in the classroom with the language. Those are the opportunities we have to create, not just the supply of speakers, but the demand for speakers. So in 20 years, I hope that balances out nicely in a way that we're in a growth period, not in a crisis period. We also have to do more than just say we're going to save the language and have a mindset of saving the language. Saving almost sounds like you're saving it so that it's in some museum for people to see. We want this to be a vital part of the lives of the Cherokee people and in their communities. And so that's what I think in a few decades we will see because of this investment, and we've got to keep it up, of course, is the language being a part of people's lives, that they're using it in their careers, they're using it in their communities. If we do that, we've done more than just saved it. We've made it a vital part of people's lives. We've perpetuated it for generations to come.